Hello and welcome to another episode of Controllers and Coffee, episode 4, I believe. I'm joined again by Kat Jarrettson. Welcome. Yo. What's up?
You know, just here chilling, ready to talk some games.
Yes. And today we have a few exciting topics. We're talking about the Outriders Broadcast, recently shown off. We're talking about if video games should be more expensive thanks to new information about NBA 2K21. Biomutant has a new trailer, still no release date though, and a whole bunch of exciting demos are apparently coming to Summer Game Fest on Xbox. So let's kick it off with Outriders, a new game from People Can Fly, sci-fi third-person shooter, PvE co-op, but apparently has a really deep story, which I'm very much hoping is true. What's your takeaways from this, Kat? Is this the first broadcast you've watched of theirs? What's your thoughts?
Big broadcast. I mean, I watched obviously like the little trailers and shite that they've put out previously. I really liked the one that they showed at, was it E3 last year? They showed
a like
very
a cinematic
one.
Yeah, sure
perfect.
did.
I really liked that one. But I was hesitant to be too excited about it because I don't want to be let down again.
Yes.
Once more.
It's visually too similar to a game that we were very much let down by last year. And I don't want to be let down again.
Exactly. But I watched this one and I was pleasantly surprised. I think there were a couple of points. I think there's the starting section. They started with a really nice trailer. Then they went into a little bit of gameplay show-off, which I didn't think was cut especially well. I think individually the parts looked exciting, but when you piece them together, it was like, why are you showing me 10 seconds and then cutting to 30 seconds later?
Yeah, they're like, cut halfway through, like, well, we'll show you, it takes a while to get to this boss. Now we'll show you the boss. And they showed that for like 10 seconds. And it was
10 seconds. And then they cut to the end of the boss fight. And then they cut to the end, like cutscene, and they played one line. And they're like, we won't show you anymore.
Yeah.
What? Why did you show it like that? And I also, I didn't really enjoy the way that they showed off, what did they call it? It was like, area and progression or something like that.
Yeah.
Didn't love that because all I basically got from it was there's a map and there are little side areas, and I probably could have safely expected that without being told it. So, like, over 10 minutes, like.
Yeah, I think I'm like interested about like how it works because it's not open world. It's kind of more almost Borderlands like with like an area, like what do they say, hub and spokes or whatever. And in the hub you have no weapon drawn and it's just like having conversations with people and vendors and all that kind of stuff, side missions, which I think is cool because that's kind of like when you go to the Citadel in Mass Effect. But yeah, the
tower thing in Anthem, whatever.
Yeah, true. But I guess with that it was like that was closed off from the rest of the world.
Yeah, and it didn't necessarily, I mean, it was supposed to evolve, but it didn't necessarily evolve in the way that we're being shown for Outriders, which is nice.
Yeah. I think they're making a really big point to say this isn't a game as a service as much as it is like a looter. Well, it seems that way.
Yeah.
And it's like class-based and like powers-based. It's almost like got a lot of
based.
Got a lot of it kind of reminds me of Borderlands, like with a really serious tone.
I agree. I really thought that when I was looking at like the weapon stats and things, and it not being a service, immediately just pops it in the same area. I think for me, which is totally fine because they're good games.
And they've
have enjoyed my time with them.
Exactly, yeah, and they've made a big point to be like, it's a single-player game that you can play in co-op. It's not, you don't have to matchmake. You can play this game all on your own, but if you want to play it with friends, you can, which I think is cool. I like that option.
Yeah, and they said like the main storyline, if you just follow the story, is about 20 to 30 hours, but if you do all the side quests and extra content, it's 2 to 3 times that. So 2.5 times, that's fine.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice. because I love doing side quests.
Yeah.
I'm all
Yeah.
about that collecting and picking up shit and seeing shit. Like,
Mm.
and the world looks beautiful. All of the
Yes.
little areas that they show look gorgeous. I'm
Y-
all about it.
They made
But
a big point to show more than just like a barren wasteland like
yeah,
they did in
we
the
saw
other one.
desert. We saw some sick forest. We saw
Yeah.
like a marsh area, tundra. There was
Mm.
heaps. I loved it, and
Yeah.
like some overgrown, mushroomy kind of looking pillars and stuff. Like that was cool. But where I really started getting into it was when they got to talking about Enon Zur and his involvement with the
Yes.
soundtrack.
Yeah,
Like, I
let's
was
talk
like,
about
"Oh,
that.
baby."
I didn't
Like,
know who he was, but he's worked on games that I love. So
you don't know him by name, but you know him by ear, baby.
yeah, and also he has the best name of all time.
Yeah, like
Enon
what
Zur.
a sick name.
Is he from
I'll trade
like?
my name.
Is he from another planet? It sounds like he's from another planet.
He does, but I think it's got to be like Scandinavian or something. Let me.
Yes, I would assume so. He said, "Well, people can fly are Swedish, so I wonder if there's."
No, he's Israeli American.
Oh, there you go.
So completely wrong.
Enon Zur. Well, he's worked
Shows
on
my worldly knowledge.
Dragon Age, Origins, and Dragon Age 2. He's worked on the Fallout series, games that have incredible soundtracks.
Baldur's Gate and Icewind
Yeah,
Dale, if you wanna
yeah,
go back a
that's
little bit.
old school too. So he's been around for a long time. What'd you say, Prince of Persia?
I know, right? Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, that. Yep, terrible. What is it
Some
like?
hits,
what-
some not so hits.
I mean, I'm sure the music's good.
The
Even
music's
if the
probably
game
fantastic, you know? Like, you're right. It looks like his video game career started around 2000, and previously he was involved in a film and television, which is obviously all kind of part in part, very crossovery. But man, just the little snippets that we heard, I was like, I love it.
Yeah.
And especially as well when they were talking about using orchestral music mixed with tech music,
Yeah.
mixed with remixing as a total, I was like, this once more sounds like a game I was disappointed with.
Yeah, I know, it's scary, isn't it? What do you think of the combat? Because with that first gameplay bit where they kind of chopped up that side mission, I was
Yeah.
like he's not taking
Me
cover,
too.
and it seems like not tactical at all. But
Yeah,
then
I
when
was
they
like,
showed when they showed the pyromancer, I was like, now this looks cool. Like sliding into cover, very Gears of War like. They did work on Gears of War Judgment, so they kind of
there
have
you
that
go.
experience with third person.
Yeah.
But then abilities and weapons look pretty cool. What were your thoughts on that?
Exactly the same. When I saw that first gameplay, I was like, yuck. And also, when he was using his powers so much, I was like, wow, those are really quick refreshing, or they're cutting so much that I can't tell. On top of, like, I wasn't super keen on some of the gunplay that they showed. But then when they switched to Pyromancer and they showed him playing his different abilities and the different guns he was using, I was like, I guess it's just like completely that character and that loadout that doesn't necessarily interest me. I think, what was
Yeah.
it? The Defense?
Rupture or something?
that class that they haven't shown off yet. I think
Yeah.
they're going to show it off in the next one. Because
Yeah.
they did the Trickster last time, right?
Yes, which was cool. It's like
Very in and out.
coming in and out of like close range combat and then jumping
Yeah.
away, and which is cool. It's kind of a take on like, I guess, what's the word, like Assassin in like a
Yeah,
Dragon Age
yeah,
or something like
absolutely.
that. Pyromancer
which
looks
is
sick though.
Pyromancer, I think, it really hit it for me. I think it was a great one for me to watch because it's what I love the mid range. I love
Yes,
the
me too.
I love AoE, and I loved the combinations that they showed that allowed you to get your health back really quickly.
Yes.
I am all about this because it really, in a abstract way, but a very distinct link that got me excited. It reminded me of playing Ember in Warframe, and I freaking
Okay.
I had the best time as that character, just fucking dancing around and being a badass. So I am super, like, I was like, Pyromancer, oh, classic class, no way. But
Yeah.
then I watched it and I was like, yeah, that's me.
It
That's
kind of
gonna
had
be me.
some depth, and the skill tree was massive.
Yeah. Not only that, but 8 different powers that you can then synergize with one another,
Yeah.
and they showed off 4 of them, which was Thermal Bomb, Ash Blast, Heat Wave, and Overheat. And they
Ash
were all
Blast.
so cool.
Ash Blast was sick. Like,
And their wording was sick with that one.
there's
Nice
never there's never a fire character that can freeze people. And I thought that was awesome.
Right. You're right. It's
like,
really cool. I thought it was a great way to do it as well.
Yeah, and like the amount of enemies it can freeze at any one time was sick. That was really cool.
Yeah, and I thought as well when they were talking about the thermal bomb and how they said it has a large AoE, and I don't think the visual necessarily reflects how large the AoE is, because then they showed it in a couple of other shots, and that AoE is huge. It doesn't hurt you, which is lovely.
Yeah.
But it hurts people so far away. It's massive, which is awesome. I just wish the visual was a little bit more
clear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think? I wonder if there's like fire-based enemies and you'll be resistant to them as well. That would be handy.
I did wonder that, because I thought at some points that the player caught on fire, but because they cut up the footage so much, I wasn't sure enough to really know. I was like, maybe it's just an effect. Like maybe I get fiery effects when I use fiery effects, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So who truly knows?
But
I do
truly knows.
As well the 3 upgrade trees for the different types. So I can't remember what the first one was, but the second one was like real damage and the last one was real heal. So I guess the first one's probably a nice mix.
Right, okay. Yeah, I think I didn't write that down. What I did write down was the monster hunts, which they teased. I think they're going to go into it next time.
That's what I'm about.
That's cool.
Monster hunting.
That's something that they can totally like have for kind of end game stuff, because they're saying there's a lot of end game content. Having the ability to go out and hunt like crazy creatures would be sick. And
I love it. And they showed the truck, and they had like this giant rib cage thing on the front, because you can customize your Outrider truck. I was like, is that from a Monster Hunt? Is it? I love it.
The truck, that's cool as well. The ability to go travel around in it and have I guess a forward operating base kind of thing. Like, so you don't have to go back into town to go to a vendor or...
Like the Walker thing was going to be an Anthem.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too. God damn this game.
God dang it.
Seriously.
That's okay. It can fill that hole in our heart.
Totally. I think, like, it does look like it has potential. It's, like, it kind of really straddles that line between AAA and AA, because it looks really good and it's published by Square Enix, but it doesn't... I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a AAA game, which I'm fine with, because usually that means it's going to be better.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm all about the AA's, and I think it does look great, and the environments look spectacular, but I think some of that non-AAA-ness can be seen in the faces and the people in general. They had that shot where they were looking at the vendor from your Outrider truck. I forget what her name is, but she was just sitting there playing with a knife.
Just sitting.
And she looked like they'd squashed her, like she was distorted, and was not high res.
Yeah.
And like I was like, what is that? I mean, I know you're concentrating on the guns and stuff, but what is that? Like, what?
And it was weird because they did look pretty good in cutscenes, but yeah.
And the armor looks sick.
Yes, that pyromancer armor looked insane.
Fat.
Yeah,
it looked real good, and like I'm loving the idea of armors that change how your abilities work and all that sort of jazz.
Yeah,
I think I understand people are really hard to animate, and it's hard to and model, and to not put them in that uncanny valley area. I would rather them look slightly less realistic so that they don't spook me.
That's always a thing with you. What else? So, what did they say? Like an hour and a half of fully motion captured cutscenes,
and then
2 hours of...
No, I think it was an hour and a half of full mocap cutscenes for the story, and an extra 2 hours for everything else.
That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. That sounds pretty promising.
I heard it and I was like, I mean, I don't understand how that translates into game.
I think they're really trying to make a point of like, this is not Destiny, you know, like this is a story-based game. There is cutscenes. There is, you know, a story
But,
going
like,
on.
an hour and a half could be 3 half-hour sections.
Yeah.
It could be a ton of 5-minute sections. There were parts where like you had that little boss interaction where he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
is that part of that time frame? Like,
Maybe.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I find it hard to figure out. Like, I am literally on the cusp of finishing Horizon Zero Dawn, and I couldn't tell you how much cutscene time there was. I have absolutely no
Yeah,
idea how to
true.
gauge how much cutscene time there is. So I was like, cool stat, but I don't know what to do with it,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Fair cool. Fair cool. What else do I have? Do you have anything else written down? Because I like that the character's voiced, at least, and it's like not some weird voiceless character like The Division or something like that. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed the ability. When was it 6 characters that you can have? That
Yes.
you can easily swap between. You have a stash that comes in your Outrider truck, so that you can
share.
switch gear behind with your characters whenever you want.
Yep.
And you have a hammock that not only can you like change your gear, you can just change what you look like whenever you like. And so games include that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I like creating a character and like, being stuck with that character and like,
Yeah, I don't
all their
mind that
flaws
either,
and
but
shit.
I do like to change my haircut.
Yes,
So
hair always.
yeah,
Complete
hair always.
facial features and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Then you're like, I like it when it's like you get 20 hours into a game and you're like, God damn, I hate the look of this character.
Look at this ugly motherfucker.
I'm gonna find a helmet and never take it off. Essentially.
Yes. No, but I did also really enjoy the look of. What did I enjoy the look of? I don't know, man. I completely lost it. I enjoyed the look of it
Yes.
as a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
I think it looks really nice. I'm excited. I am more excited coming out of that than I thought I would be. So that's nice.
I thought so too. I wasn't like super pumped to see it. I think it looks promising, but now I'm like, oh yeah, it seems like it has potential. I think they've said it's gonna be a next gen as well, so cross gen. So that's good.
Play cross gen and cross console, like
I think so. Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, I think they've said they're doing smart delivery, but I guess we'll see. I think they have. Don't quote me on
that
that.
sounds cool. Yeah, I won't. Or will I?
Yeah. Well,
If you're
don't
right.
hold it against me. Okay. Well, that was cool. Very exciting. Hopefully, it's good. Hopefully, it has a good story because I could really do with a good sci-fi game. Come to think of it,
that was the thing I was really excited about. It was the lore. I was like, this looks sick. I like the enhanced people sort of thing. Oh,
yes,
I'm about it.
Yeah, and whatever the anomaly is or whatever. So, sounds cool. I did start a new game today, actually. Observation, sci-fi little game.
I know that.
Yeah, it's fucking
It's on my
really good. It's on Game Pass for Xbox. I don't know about PC, but it's Devolver Digital developed, and it's bloody awesome. It's really weird, and some of the puzzles I'm like, oh my god, there's like a sheet of paper that I'm not finding, and it's fucking doing my head in. But
what's it called again? Sorry.
Observation.
Let's see. I think it is
cool.
because
You're an AI, and you're a computer. Install. Good shit. It's only about 6 hours long or something, and it's like a sci-fi thriller kind of thing. Very cool. I'm digging it so far.
Love it.
Yeah, a little sidebar. Okay. Should games be more expensive? This week. Hot topic. This week, NBA 2K21. I almost said 11 for some reason. God.
We're going back. It was much better 10 years ago.
It was such a better game. Yes, they've announced that NBA 2K21 is going to be $69.99 in the US instead of $59.99. Nice. And it's caused a lot of discussion on the internet, and I have some feelings. Firstly, it's funny that in this age of smart delivery, and Cyberpunk being a God knows how many hours RPG, single player, no microtransactions, and you get a free upgrade. Fucking 2K of all companies, of course, with their most money hungry franchise, is like, no, you can pay more and you can't upgrade for free. Like, it's just so fucking frustrating.
We've opted out of smart delivery.
Yeah, exactly.
Stupid. What the hell? Okay, so I went and did some digging on Australian prices to see how it translated. So right now, 2K21 pricing for current consoles is $79.
Sure.
Which is pretty base. Like Ghost of Tsushima coming out is $69. Ghost of Tokyo and Cyberpunk are both $79.
Yeah.
So it's expected. It's not a weird price.
And sometimes when they come out, they're $100 anyway. So
yeah, especially you got the special editions, like because 2K21 does have the Mamba Forever edition as well.
Yep.
So
got to cash in on that.
Just cash on in. Not counting that, the 2K21 PS5 and Xbox Series X is $109.
What?
Without being the not Mamba Forever edition.
Wow.
Without being the Mamba Forever edition. So that is a price hike of, what is it, $30? 39.
Yeah, $30.
Yeah, $30.
What? Oh my god.
Which is big. The only retailer that has the price right now is JB that I could find.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Which are notoriously the best for prices as well. So, Lord only knows what it's going to be when it pops into EB or anywhere else.
I reckon. I wonder, like, when it actually releases on next-gen consoles. Because, like, a game will usually come out, recommended retail price is $100 in Australia, but then it'll come out and, like, JB's and some other stores will have it at, like, 69 or 79.
Targets, yeah.
Yeah, because they're all trying to beat each other. But then once the like initial couple of weeks is gone, it'll go back up to its, $99.
Yeah.
I wonder if like it'll be 89 and that'll be the entry price, but 109 is insane.
109 is a big jump for us.
And it's the same game. Like
same game. I know that the conversion rate is why it's like this, but $30 is above the conversion rate. Not close.
No, and
so stupid.
Especially,
but, yeah.
It's just that angers me so much because that's $30 is our dollar isn't that bad. Like
$10 is 14 Australian dollars.
Yeah, so
like. If I had seen a price hike of $15 even, look at that, a little bit more. Even 20 would be better.
Yeah.
Pop it under 100 at least. Like,
it's insane.
Wow.
My biggest gripe.
Expecting more than 10, but 30?
Yeah.
For that game?
Yes.
No.
And that game that last year, and okay, we're talking about a fucking annualized franchise with microtransactions, and last year was filled with like casino mechanics. Like it even had like, oh my god, they advertised like it was a fucking casino. So not only are they opting out of smart delivery, they're opting out of cross-gen play or cross-gen upgrade. They're gonna fill it with microtransactions. Like, it's fucking despicable. I have no problem with games being more expensive.
Yeah, neither. Like,
especially
people need to be paid.
Yeah, for sure, and they cost a lot to make.
They haven't really increased in a long time.
Yeah, but like, they also fill them full of microtransactions. So it's like, what are you paying for? Because
I would 100% pay $109 for Cyberpunk for a regular edition. Yeah, nothing extra. I would definitely lay that down. That's
I have
not
no
a
issue
problem.
with that for sure.
Yeah.
I think Persona 5 or something was $99 or something like that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
That's fine. It's a big game. I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like, I definitely am down to pay that. I got a steal case
Yeah.
as well. You
Yeah.
know, that
I got
normally
one.
costs an
It's,
extra $10.
where is it? Up there. There's a
Oh, I
little
can't see
Joker
it.
in the background.
It's a
You
little
can't see it, but
it's a little off. No. But
that's not how cameras work.
yeah, no, unfortunately not. Me playing video games. Excuse me. I'll pull the muscle.
Yeah, we all do it sometimes.
But like, it really does depend on the game. I think, especially like if you can chuck a few free things in there, like give us a free digital art book that's 10 pages big. People will be happier to pay a little bit more money, and you can still sell your art books separately. Don't even do that. Just give people 5 desktop displays.
Like high-res wallpapers. Well, didn't fucking CD Projekt Red announce this week that they're adding something else to their edition of the, normal edition of the game? Because I'm pretty sure there's like a collector's edition with a huge statue, and then there's like a standard edition, but it still comes with I don't know, a map and some cool collectible shit. But then I think they said this week it now comes with like the soundtrack or something like that.
Probably.
And they've just thrown that in. Like, oh my god.
Also, you can download a heap of free stuff from them already.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And I think, is it GOG? Or it might be Humble. No, I think it's GOG.
It's probably GOG.
Are doing you can get this pre-cyberpunk pack sort of thing, and it gives you a bunch of free shit that's related to the game.
Cool.
And also recommends other games and things like that.
I would assume it's GOG because CD Projekt own them, don't they?
Do they really?
Yeah, it's their company.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, here's some news to me. Well, there you go. That makes sense. But yeah, it's like a digital goodies pack sort of thing. And I was like, I love it. Here we go. Cyberpunk 2077 comes with the score, a little art booklet, wallpapers, a digital comic, and a source book. And if you buy it on GOG, you also get print quality posters, another art booklet, and an additional set of wallpapers and avatars.
That's cool.
Sick.
That's rad.
Fucking sick.
It just goes to show the difference between the two companies.
And I will pay $109 for that. I'm not gonna, because it's gonna be cheaper, but
exactly, yeah.
I would.
But I will if I have to.
Special edition,
Yeah, and
and
so
smart delivery.
Yes, exactly. I know. It's
definitely about the game.
It's so clear that Cyberpunk. I love how this has just become a conversation about Cyberpunk. It's so clear that Cyberpunk is made for next gen. They're like, just have a free upgrade because it's gonna be so much better on next gen consoles.
It's gonna run a lot smoother. It's gonna be a lot nicer.
I reckon so.
I don't disagree with games costing more at all.
No.
They employ a lot of people. And you know what? I retweeted this the other day, a comment that I saw, and I don't know if you saw it, but it was like, I want less well-made games where the employees are paid more, and I'm not joking. And that's true. I would rather have a less polished game and stay where we are or even regress a little in terms of how it looks, and have people be paid a more decent wage.
Yes, and not crunch.
Exactly. Yeah. I would rather people have enjoyable lives, and if increasing the price absolutely trickles down to those people, I'm all for it. Even though I don't necessarily agree that some games deserve that much money, especially when they have all their microtransactions. Yes. But I do agree that the price probably needs to go up at some point. Yeah,
I think last year, Greedfall was one of my favorite games last year, and Remnant from the Ashes, both of them $50 games, both of them AA. Even the Outer Worlds,
free DLC for
Remnant.
For Remnant, absolutely.
Greedfall.
Outer Worlds was fab too. Outer Worlds was so good.
I mean, Outer Worlds was a full price game, but I think Greedfall and Remnant were both $50 over here. That's awesome.
Greedfall was even cheaper. I think Greedfall was 40 something for me.
Yeah, right.
30 something even, but I might have just had a good discount.
I think I did buy it physically, so.
Yeah.
But I had great fun with those games. Greedfall, I spent like 50 hours on the story and like, side missions and stuff. But like single player game, graphics aren't incredible. It was janky here and there, but like that's fine. Like there's no reason why, like not every game has to be Last of Us or Cyberpunk levels of graphics and animation.
It
And
has to be The Witcher. Like,
exactly.
I'll still love you. I think you and I are uncommonly large supporters for AA games.
Yes, you're right. And it like even Ori this year,
So good.
I bought the physical edition, which is up there, which is like special edition with a really cool art book and a soundtrack and stuff like that. $50, and it's a phenomenal little game, and it's not ridiculous. They spent like 5 years on it.
And it's not the best made thing either. Like there was
a
point
bit jank
where my expensive computer sharted at the end of that. Like those lasers, it did not handle well. And they've since released, I saw not too long ago, that they didn't think that they would be able to up the frame rate on the game at all because it wouldn't be able to handle it. Which is just like how AA games sometimes be. And I love you for it. I don't need 60 FPS on this bad boy. I love it as it is.
Because that game is so beautiful and has like the best soundtrack and the most gorgeous visuals, and it's a little
story's
platformer.
So sweet. I just what, I generally don't enjoy platformers, but Ori, both of the games are some of my favorite games. Like
I'm hot and cold on platformers. Like I love Donkey Kong, like the old Donkey Kong countries, but like I don't.
The ones I love, I really love, but I'm not a fan of all of them as a whole.
Yeah, and like I like having that. Like I'd be happy to pay $70 for Ori, or like I think there needs to be more of a gap between like game prices. Like if Cyberpunk is $100 or $109, it's probably worth that. They spent God knows how many years and God knows how many hours.
Literally a decade. Like
yeah, but I think like if, like you said, like making a game not as perfect in like visual quality, regressing maybe a couple of years visually means like the workers aren't crunching and they're not like, depressed and dying and on suicide watch, then I'm like, let's do that instead. Like instead of BioWare shitting out a terrible game, like because their employees are all depressed, like maybe, I don't know, fucking...
And you're rushing and you're just running out of cash funds because everything's gone to shit. Yeah. I think we're both pretty equal and set on this stance.
Yes, absolutely.
There's no argument here.
And like it's a luxury product anyway. Like video games aren't a necessity, and
I work solely to pay for video games and the rest of my life. That's
pretty much.
The two things I need: life and video games to play in it.
So yeah, I'm all for video games in general being more expensive, but fuck 2K21 because that is just a money grab and fuck that game.
Yeah, I only respect it because someone had to lead the charge.
Sure.
May as well be someone that we lose respect for anyway.
And I think I was reading like someone shared something on Twitter and they said like, or they had a screenshot of like the start of this generation, and it was the same thing. There were games that were $10 more expensive, and then it kind of goes back down. Like there were also, I saw shots of like a games magazine from like the 90s with SNES games or Genesis games or something like that for like $75, and games for $24. So
exactly, and I think that's what it needs to go back to. Less that a new game's releasing, it's $80 Aussie. Like more how AA and indies individually price themselves. Like not every top game is worth the same amount, and that really shows. But the inflation of the world versus gaming prices evident by that 90s catalog is nothing. Like
I know.
Games are exponentially more expensive to make anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
So I get it. I get it.
And that makes me wonder, like, what the fuck are Nintendo doing? Because they still charge like $90 5 years later for a game that I'm sure didn't cost as much as something like The Last of Us.
Yeah, I know. All their games
fucking
never
Nintendo.
drop in price, but
No.
I guess at least they get the money.
Yeah, true. It's like Animal Crossing. Come on, like that can't be that expensive to make.
Yeah.
You know.
They did take a long time on it. I mean, it probably is that expensive. It's probably more expensive, but
But it sold 16 million copies.
it sold the largest amount of digital copies ever. Like it broke that record, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But you know, Nintendo also gets heaps of money for copyright striking everyone on YouTube, so taking all their funds, so they don't have to worry.
Oh, fucking Nintendo. They're like this happy family company, and then they're
Like,
so
don't fucking touch my IPs. I'll kill you.
Yeah, don't do gameplay. Don't stream our game.
That is not allowed. How dare you, Joe Mario? I'm taking you to court.
Shit.
I'm suing you for every buck you've made. 16, I'll take it.
Well, on to the next topic then. Speaking of AA games, actually, a game we've both been quite looking forward to, and a game we actually got to get hands on at PAX last year. Biomutant had a trailer that really totally went under the radar. I think it came out like over a week ago. 10 days ago or something. I had no idea. It just popped up for some reason as a notification on YouTube. I wasn't even subscribed to it.
Let me check what date it released.
I think it was the 26th, I read.
26th, yeah. So the last time we recorded, let's date it. The last time we recorded, I believe, was the 28th. So 2 days before the last time we recorded. We didn't even see it.
I had no idea. And okay. I think you're probably more excited about this game than I am. I think it was cool. It was fun to play. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but I love the customization of your little creatures.
Me too. It
thoughts.
Kind of feels
high level thoughts.
Kind of feels like, I don't know, especially after watching that, it feels like to me like a Ratchet and Clank era game.
Mm-hmm.
But they put a little bit more into it because we've advanced as a society from that point, and we expect more from video games.
Sure.
So we're going to put a little bit more into it, sort of thing, you know? I still enjoyed the individual aspects of the video, but I did not enjoy it as a whole. I thought it was a very weird way to present it. They didn't break it into sections, really.
Yeah, edited weirdly.
Yeah, edited so strangely. The music choice was whack as fuck. And nothing synced well with it. They showed so much, especially when they started showing off the boss monsters.
Yeah.
I was like, sick. And then I was like, oh, that's the dude I fought at PAX. And then they kept going, and I was like, how many are you showing me? And how many do you have? Is this all of it? Or what? And they showed they just showed a dude, and they were like, NL rival.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is NL? I get the rival part. What's an NL? And then they're like, outpost captured. NL now controls 2 territories. And I was like, what is this? Like,
yeah, what's that?
Is this gameplay? Like, that doesn't really fit in with my idea of what I thought it was. That seems
Is that like
strange.
some Nemesis system thing, like Lord of the Rings, like Shadow of Mordor or whatever? That's weird. It didn't explain anything, and it kept it was showing all the NPCs and stuff. But it's like, I don't care.
I don't know who they are.
I don't know who they are.
I don't care what their name is. Some of the names were funny, but I don't really care.
They're really embracing the cartoon. Like
boing.
Yeah.
I really liked that the
cool
weapons had Stronk as a name, as like a feature. Stronk. I was like, oh yeah.
Because when we played it, it was like there were a lot of things where it was like some basic, tool from our age, but they had no idea what it was, and they had weird names and stuff for it.
Yeah, which I enjoy. I mean, I really like the gamification of the world, even though it is a game. Like, they've really lent into it, which is absolutely fine. I love it for what it is.
Yeah.
but I, I don't know. The trailer didn't really hit it for me. I'm still excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the customization. And as they started finishing up
Mm.
the trailer, where they were showing those abilities like the snot bubble and all that stuff again, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. Bring it on.
Show
And then
us
it
your
just ended.
snot bubbles.
Show us your snot bubble. Let's go gather up some boys. Like, but other than that, there were a couple of things that I saw, and I was just like, not only was I already mighty confused by the trailer as a whole,
Mm.
and like, why are you presenting it this way? But when they had that like fluffy turtle dude crawl out of the
Yeah.
ground, he didn't crawl out of the ground. He just clipped out of the ground. And I was like, what are you doing? He's just kind of like slides out and then puts his foot up and his other foot, and then his head is like tucked inside his shell and then clips through the ground and pokes out. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
god. I didn't even notice that when that happened.
what is that? And
Also,
as
why
they're
show that
zooming out-
after Horizon? Because Horizon nailed that.
Exactly. And then like, and they're zooming out from that turtle boy, and all the grass and the moss textures are popping in and out.
Oh god.
What? What is this scene? Like,
Uh,
and there was that scene where he's standing on the poles and he's like, wah,
yeah.
wah, wah. And they repeat the same movement 3 times, which I was like, boring. Can we move on? I've seen this scene. But not only that, his model was super spiky, and you could, because it was illuminated by the night, like bright night sky background, and he was a silhouette, you could see how spiky and how the hair textures were like, here's a clump of
Yeah.
hair, and here's 4 spikes over there that are not connected. And I was like, you're not showing off any highlights for me here, mate. I'm looking at,
Yeah.
look at it, garbage.
When I read
Show
it was
me what I want.
gameplay trailer, I thought it was going to be like a section of gameplay. I thought it might even be what we played last year, and they've just like shown it as a trailer. But yeah, it was like
Yeah.
bits of everything, and
It's a gobbledygook.
Mm.
And then he uses the, sorry, just punched my mic. Uses the hand thingies to climb up that are exactly the same design and color as those in Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes. Oh my god.
Whatever. But then he does like some sick, like, gliding. Like,
Yes, that was cool. Straight out
Loved
of
it.
Zelda.
Love that shit. Show me some new cool shit. Show me the biomutant part, the mutant bit with the snot bubble.
Yeah.
And I liked the weapons section too. That was cool. Like, show me all that
Yes,
shit.
yeah.
I don't want to see all this random shit backed by a random, almost classical soundtrack. Like,
That didn't change for the whole trailer. Pretty much, it was just the same thing over and
and there
over.
was no crescendo.
Yeah.
There was no swell. You weren't getting excited. You were just watching along to this little peaceful ditty. Like,
I wonder what the story's actually going to be like. Like,
Me too.
It doesn't seem like.
I'm
seems
fully
like the
imagining
combat-
like a Spyro song.
Yeah, oh
What a
god.
storyline.
But like an open world RPG with, I don't know, it seems
Go
so
and
weird.
free the crystal dragons. Like,
seems
yeah,
like
it was weird.
it-
And lots of boss fights.
And when is it releasing? Because like,
When we're happy with it.
yeah,
Which is fine. You just could have said that last year
Yeah.
instead of just letting us all wander.
instead of being like coming out in December, January comes and it's like,
It's
hello.
well, I mean, it's July now, but they did release that in June, so I'll give them 1 month less. It's been 6 months post-release date, and you haven't said jack shit.
Actually, I looked up like the trailer again, and I was like, oh, there was a trailer in January, and it was like a minute and a half. And I was like, oh, I don't even know this happened. How, like, this game is so bad at marketing itself.
And I thought they would at least, like, because I've looked it up a few times over the past months because I was really excited for it. I really wanted to play it at the end of the year last year.
Yep.
And I saw no mention. Everything still said it was supposed to come out December 2019, and there was no mention of anything being like, no, it's not ready yet.
know.
It was just like they were like, it's not done. Let's not face the world.
Yeah, let's not even put out a tweet or something like that. Like, what?
Exactly. It was like, just update your header or something. Coming out sometime, bruh. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to give me a date. Just tell me not 2019 because it's past, brother.
Yeah.
Like, am I going
Yeah.
back to the past?
Did I miss this game entirely?
When you sent me the message and you were like, and look what
Oh my
came
god,
out.
yeah. I didn't mean to do
The
that.
trailer link for Biomutant. I was like, I missed. What?
I know. I was like, I didn't mean that. The mounts were cool. One of them was like a weird mutant moose. That was kind of
Oh, I
cool.
like the hand.
Yes,
Oh!
I've got that written down. The hand with 3 question marks.
The
That was cool.
squid.
Squid?
I like that you can the squid underwater.
Mm.
The weird squid bot. I like that you can take the mounts into battle. They're not just something that you ride around on. Like they have their own abilities per se that
Yep.
you can use. That's fucking sick as hell, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and the mutant thing, and the adaptation of what you look like, sort of thing. Like, I'm super into that. I
Yes.
couldn't tell there was that when they were showing off the martial arts section right near the start, and they
Yep.
were showing the different weapons like the hook and blah blah blah. Each character that was using those weapons looked vastly different.
Yes.
I don't know if they're mutations of your character or not, though. How am I to tell? Because then you just show me a ton of NPCs, and I'm like, is this just the NPC
I think
using it,
they were
or is that my mutation?
player characters. I
I
think.
hope so, because I
Because-
like that little rat one.
Yeah.
Like,
With the big ears. Is that...
yeah.
Yeah. And then like the big strong one was like he was completely different than I've seen in the game yet. And when we played it, I don't think you could like make them that different. Like if you wanted it to be smart with that like wheel and you move like the skill points
have
towards,
big head.
you could have like a big brain.
And you could have buff body, but it wasn't too much buff.
Maybe
I
that's
assume
why
that-
they've changed it, like delayed it so much because they're changing
maybe.
significantly.
I guess. I mean, I initially always assumed that you would start off with a creature that looked the same to everyone else. Maybe you could change your fur patterns or whatever, and your head size is a little bit different to everyone else's, but depending on your stats.
As you
but
level up.
Yeah, you're roundly the same creature, and then as you continue and you mutate, you become your own creation by using the things that you want to use, sort of thing. And that's what I expected it to be like, but I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, and because it was just like a gameplay trailer without any explanation, it didn't really like sell it at all.
No, especially with the way it was edited. Sorry to whoever edited that, and I'm sure that they didn't get to make a lot of the choices. If they did, I'm even sorrier, but I know from a creative standpoint how often what you create isn't necessarily what you'd like to present to the world.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
like, I'm sure there were a lot of people that have done a lot of editing and this sort of stuff before that had amazing ideas, but at the same point, I understand that they needed to show a lot and get a lot out.
Yeah.
To potentially at this point win back an audience that hasn't really heard much for quite a while.
Yeah. Especially with next gen coming out, like so many people are going to be moving consoles, and it's probably going to be forwards compatible, or it's going to have both versions or whatever. But it's tricky, like releasing a game this year, like, you know, or whenever it comes out. If it comes out next year, like halfway through next year, is it going to be last gen only, but you can play it on the new consoles? Is it, you know, it's like, that must be hard for developers, especially with a game that was meant to come out last year,
especially with a AA budget.
Yeah.
So I mean, I totally get it. I just think it was really weird that they left us with a nothing.
Yeah, communication from developers I think is super important, because like it keeps hype levels up. Like,
yeah,
you know, if they come out, like Cyberpunk have delayed, hello, there's a cat there. Cyberpunk have delayed their game 3 times or whatever, and they continue to let the audience know. And it's a different game. It's a huge game, but I don't know, like even indie games, they come out and they're like, you know, we're pushing this back 6 months. It gets people, you know, talking about the game.
Yeah, and like in some ways, the backlash that you will receive for delaying a AA or an indie game is absolutely different from what you would experience when you push back Cyberpunk.
Totally,
like,
absolutely. Yeah.
People that are generally more interested in AA and indie games are more understanding, I believe, to the plight of the indie, of the smaller developer. Whereas obviously those big target games attract all sorts of audiences.
Totally. And if they play indie games a lot, they're probably inundated with loads of awesome indie games to play. So, you know, it's not like that Biomutant's not going to be the only game you're going to be waiting for. if you kind of
My backlog is larger than I think I don't know if I will ever finish it.
no,
I think
no,
I would
it's not possible.
I
It's-
would need an entire year of doing nothing else, and I don't know if I'd get through my entire backlog. Like,
no. I just started observation today, like a fucking idiot. I've got like 3 games on the go now. I'm like, what am I doing?
you and me both, dude. Like,
I'm a fool.
I want to finish Horizon before Tsushima.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Ooblets coming out on the 15th. What am I gonna do?
Mm.
Like, what am I gonna do?
It's a conundrum.
It's always a conundrum. Which game to play when?
Yeah, I know.
All
And
of
it's
them at
like
the same
I
time.
don't feel like playing this game. I don't like. I'm playing Final Fantasy, and I have to really be in the mood to sit down and play it. I'm also at this bit where I
Yeah.
like have to go around and do all the side stuff, and I'm like, I just want to go through the story because it's so good.
Yeah.
Which I will finish, but yeah,
That happens with every game though. Like
it does. Oh, I don't know. There's some games that I'm just like, I cannot put this fucking game down.
me with Dark Souls. Like
Yeah.
I'm never not in the mood. Like
Yeah.
load that bad boy up.
Yeah.
I'm going in. Like
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm really excited for Tsushima because it seems like the kind of game I won't be able to put down.
got my
really,
leave in.
really hope.
I'm
Nice.
hyped.
Hell
I'm hyped
yes.
up, dude.
Hell
Oh,
yes.
I'm so excited. What have I got? I've got what is today? Monday. So I've got Tuesday, Wednesday,
What is
Thursday,
today? Yeah, the 6th.
and
Yeah.
then I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, and then I'm on leave.
Oh damn!
Oh,
Holy
damn.
shit! That game is so close.
It's so close, dude.
Oh my
I'm so
God.
excited.
That's
I'm so excited to talk about it too.
Yes, absolutely. We'll be doing a lot of that. Spoiler cast incoming for sure.
A show.
Well, let's talk about more games to add to the backlog. This time
yeah.
only demos, but I have an article from Xbox Wire, which is pretty exciting, and I think it may give us a little insight into when Xbox's event might be in July. So, Summer Game Fest demo event coming July 21 to an Xbox One near you. So maybe it is just Xbox, it's not PC. Xbox.
I'm pretty sure it's just
Store.
Xbox from
Yeah.
what I read from the article. 21 to 27, a whole week for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Interestingly, the article on Xbox Wire is written by Glenn Gregory, Senior Product Marketing Manager at ID at Xbox. So I would assume a lot of these are going to be indies, which is cool. People are like, oh my god, there's going to be a Halo demo. I don't think so. I like highly doubt they're going to have like a show floor demo of Halo at that time. I think they're all going to be indies. And
It's like that would...
dude, don't even get me started. Kablamo. All right, so if you've been lucky enough to attend E3, PAX, have done, Gamescom,
Right.
or another show in the past, you know that above and beyond the spectacle of these shows, one of the great joys of attending a marquee gaming event is being able to get your hands on games, lots of games. Getting to try them out early and discover lots of news games it says news games is awesome. I think it means new games. While we can't recreate the experience of attending a big show entirely, we can help you get your hands on lots of cool new games early. As announced by Jeff Keighley as part of Summer Game Fest, Xbox is proud to reveal that our Summer Game Fest demo event will be live on Xbox One from July 21 to 27.
They also later mentioned that it's the Game Fest demo tile will be featured on the Xbox One dashboard.
That's so sick.
Which
All
makes
I'm going to do that week is play Ghost of Tsushima. No.
Well, fuck it. Oh.
We'll have more than 60 brand new game demos for upcoming unreleased Xbox games available to check out for free. Look for the special... Yeah, there we go. Game Fest demo tile. They're not normal game demos. They are kind of show floor demos, which is cool. And only there for 1 week, and then they'll be gone. That's so awesome.
Some forever. You'll never see it again.
Yeah, probably get cancelled.
No. I meant like we're never gonna have a game show again because Corona's killed them all. Not to mention that E3 was already dead, so you will never play that demo again.
Xbox are just like
It's there for
twisting
a
the
week
blade, twisting the knife. E3's corpse.
Jeff Keighley is just like...
Keely's loving this, isn't he? He's just like, I don't have to leave my house. Everyone just comes to me. Fucking Keely.
Everybody comes to me far and wide. Nothing I do is wrong anymore.
Since actually they'll have somewhere between 75 and 100 games when the dust settles.
Their preemptive more than 60 when they know there's going to be quite a bit more, which is really nice. I mean, they just have to wait until everything's sorted out, obviously. And this sort of thing can be like right down to the day. Like, show floor demos don't always work.
Yeah,
and
that's
that,
it.
That one game.
Oh my god!
It was like no one's ever broken it before.
That was so awesome. I'm excited for that game.
Yeah. But it's so good. And then they give some examples of some of the games that are coming out.
Have you got it up there? Do you want to run through a couple? Go for it.
I do have them. So we've got Chris Tales, which we've seen before, which is like that JRPG, but you can look into the present, the past, and the future to learn the story.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen this before. That's cool.
I thought we saw it together in a trailer that we watched.
Maybe I was like, oh, JRPG.
You're like, oh, okay.
Bye.
I'm in. Then we got Destroy All Humans, which many people will be familiar with. Cult classic there. So
did you play that back in the days?
I believe so.
I believe
I did, but I don't. I was a tot at that point. If
I
didn't play it, I watched my brother play it because I did a lot of that as a child.
Yeah.
Then we've got Haven coming up.
I'm so excited for this.
It looks beautiful. It remarkably reminds me of Journey so much, especially with the sliding and the co-op. I don't know if it's even actually co-op, but it looks...
I don't know if it is either. But then the combat is like almost turn-based RPG looking. I don't know how it actually plays, but it seems to have like a really cute love story.
With a friend reminds me of Journey.
Yeah.
And like the silent... large landscape, the awe of it all, like it looks beautiful.
They seem very like isolated from whatever world that is. I don't know if it's meant to be.
They're inhabiting whatever it is.
Haven, some form of haven.
Yeah, absolutely. It just says grasslands of a shattered planet, which is lovely. I'm very excited. That is gorgeous. Not that I'll be able to play any of these demos because I don't have an Xbox, but I'm hot to hear about them. So that's nice. Hellpoint, an intense action RPG set in a derelict space station. You'll love it, I'm certain.
That screenshot, I need to look into that one for sure, because that could be
sort of like
really
mushroomy
fun.
Designs too, like...
It's creepy.
Yuck, but I love it. Fight dreadful creatures, face the cosmic gods, and unravel their twisted story. I'm about that, like...
Oh, local or online co-op. Holy shit. Oh. And the next one is very exciting.
The next one, here I am, advocate number one, fucking Skatebird.
It looks so cute. I love it.
Grind on bendy straws, baby. I'm so about it. Like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, no. Get out of here. Skatebird coming in. We are all about Skatebird. Like, I love it.
It does look
really
awesome.
excited. The Veil. An audio-based action-adventure game that unlocks the full potential of 3D spatial sound. Sounds really cool. You should give it a go. Not that I can, so I'm just
definitely will.
Give it a go because that sounds really sick. Raji, an ancient epic. Sounds amazing. About a young... I guess she's probably an Indian girl since it's set in ancient India.
Yep.
Girl chosen by the gods to stand against the demonic invasion of the human realm. Sounds amazing. I'm all about it. You have to face the demon lord. Watch me mess this up. Mahabalasura.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Sorry, but that's the best I can do. I'll try again maybe one day. And then Welcome to Elk is the last one they feature, which looks like a boating adventure from the picture. A biographical adventure set on an island. So not a boating adventure. I was wrong.
You have to be on a boat to get there. The artwork on that's like just like Saturday morning cartoons from the 90s.
It does, doesn't it? Right? And like even the skirt has like this like
Is there any
like
game
texture
that
effect.
looks like that?
No.
Yeah, it
But
does.
it kind of reminds me, like, just from the
Weird.
description, from the weird and wonderful to the dark and desperate on an island. Um, I know it says they're based on true stories of life. I don't know how
What does that mean?
metaphorical that may be,
Yeah.
but what for whatever reason the art style looks nothing like it. But I read it and I thought Oxenfree, like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, for sure.
so we'll see.
Well, looks like
Those
I
are just
have a busy
obviously a
week.
snapshot of what we'll get to see.
And like
So
they're pretty promising. And show floor
Skatebird.
demos, probably 15 minutes. Yeah, Skatebird. I'm just gonna play that over and over. You're probably thinking like 15 minutes, maybe half an hour if you're really lucky.
If you push it to, like,
Yeah. So
they're normally not huge because they want to get people in and out.
Yeah.
Unless you're a bigger game, then you might have a little sizable section, like the
For sure.
Biomutant that we did at PAC.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a good section. That was actually longer than I expected, which is nice.
I wouldn't be surprised to see something like Biomutant. What was I thinking the other day? Like, I can't remember, but there's like some smallish games that have been spoken about that would be really cool to play, but now nothing's coming to my mind.
That's fine. What was the?
Haven looks sick though.
It would be really cool, and I wonder if it would be a great opportunity for them to test their capabilities. Would be if there was a demo of Fall Guys. That would be sick.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about. Thank you. I was like, they need to put that on there because that game is so sick.
It's really good. Like, I'm super looking forward to it. There was a game recently. It must have been in that showcase the other week, where they had like pop vinyl toys, and you could change. It was like a pop vinyl game. There was like shooter games and stuff in it, and they were all sort of like shorter mini games. It really reminded me of Fall Guys, especially how they lined them up, and the vinyl figures were in like little squares like this, which is exactly how Fall Guys had all the guys.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Between load screens, and it really reminded me of Fall Guys, and I got back on the hype train for it. So I think it would be a really great opportunity for them to demo. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about though, right? Like the vinyl, and they got vinyl designers to come in and help make the characters.
I haven't seen that. No.
I'll figure it out, and I'll send you a link so
Please
anyone
do.
who's interested can, check it out.
Yeah.
But
that's cool.
I think it would be a really
Fall
good,
Guys.
easy beta opportunity for them to test their game on a larger scale than the show floor, because we were 4v4.
Yeah. And I almost won.
With a lot of AI. You were so close. If you only had jumped a little bit higher.
It's my biggest regret.
In my whole life, I wish I had jumped slightly higher at PAX 2019.
Fucking hell. Yes, I think that's cool. That's like when Jeff Keighley announced Summer Game Fest, and he was like, "There's going to be like playable demos and stuff." This was what I was hoping would happen. So I'm glad it's going to be.
I didn't even imagine something like this would happen.
I didn't imagine it would be this big.
Yeah, like there's so many games. It's only for a week, which is for anyone who doesn't. For people that work full time, if you want to try out 75 to 100 demos in a week, that's a tough ask.
Yeah, good luck.
It's gonna be exactly like the show floor. You don't get to play everything, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Whittle it down and pop in line.
But it's not going to be like. Yeah, but if you think about it, if they're all really small, they might only be a few hundred meg or something like that.
Depends how optimized they are on that.
This is true.
And, our internet is notoriously poo-poo.
It is.
That's not necessarily a promise.
Yes.
Even if it is well optimized, then it's going to be okay. It might not be okay.
Yeah, it'd be cool, though, because, like, some demos you get, like, you download the demo that they bring out before it releases, and it is, like, half an hour to 45 minutes. So, like, if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you can smash out a few of them in a night, like a whole bunch of them, especially if you have them all ready to go.
Download while you're at work.
Yeah, exactly.
Way to go. Do it.
Especially with Xboxes, like, you can download from the app. So that'd be cool. You could search through them at work and then, like, have them all ready to go when you get home?
My literal only wish was that it was for PC as well, like for Game
Yeah,
Pass.
yeah.
Pop it in Game Pass. Give me, even if it was only like 30 demos. Like if it's 10, I'll take it. Any demo.
Yeah.
Not any demo. Give me Skatebird. None of the other ones. Just give me Skatebird on PC. And I will sing your praises for the rest of forever. Like, not that I'm not already doing that, because Xbox is doing really nicely right now, but...
It's a big move. I think it's like...
They're making moves. They're cutting Mixer. They're cancelling their physical stores. But Game Pass is going strong.
Throwing all their money into Xbox.
Yeah, they're like, they get Microsoft. They get PC. The Surface out the window.
They just shut down Windows. It's just Xbox OS.
All we are is Bing now.
Oh, God. No!
No, wait, they're Edge. I'm sorry, you're right. Like, Bing's out the window too. Edge is coming in.
Oh,
Cortana's in the corner.
Cortana's dead. They killed Cortana.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I hate her.
She's in the Windows Phone just off the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, well, she's in my PC. But I did shut her down, and she's gone now. But occasionally she'll appear, and I'm like,
who are you?
Where did you come from? How did you save yourself?
What's the?
How many more layers do I need to put in your isolation unit?
She's gone rampant, like in Halo 5.
Exactly. Like, if I could physically remove her and put her in the trash, I would. Maybe I need to update. Maybe that's why she's
Cortana. You poor thing, Cortana.
I'm sorry. She's not that bad. She's just a digital assistant. I just don't want one. I don't need an assistant. I know how to press my buttons.
Just bring back bloody... What's
Clippy.
the paperclip? Clippy. Bring back.
Can I have Clippy back?
Hashtag bring back Clippy.
Yeah, Cortana.
Maybe that's... I might call this episode Bring Back Clippy.
Bring back Clippy. Bring back Clippy. Now that's gonna make Microsoft the big bucks. They can sell Clippy merch.
Oh my God.
Everyone's probably already got some.
Yep. I mean, I've got some paper clips somewhere around here.
I've got some Clippy merch around here. Slap some googly eyes on and you're good to go.
Oh my God. I see that you're trying to write a letter. Would you like some help? Fuck off, Clippy!
Absolutely, Clippy. I love you. Cortana's like, you misspelled all your words. I don't care, then. Get in.
It's up to you, Clippy. Only Clippy can stop Cortana. That's actually what Halo Infinite's about. It's just about Clippy.
The Halo is just Clippy unfurled.
Well, interestingly, back to the Xbox thing. I wonder if, because there's a lot of rumors going around that Xbox's July event will be on the 23rd, which would be smack bang in the middle of that demo thing. I wonder if that's right, or I wonder if it's before, or if it's on the 21st.
I think
21st is a Tuesday.
23rd is a Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
I think the 21st or the night of the 20th would be the best.
Imagine if they kick off, like, they have the big event and then it's like, now these 75 game demos are now playable, like, straight after.
Like,
that'd be huge.
I think that would be fantastic, especially since if they've announced it is available 21st to 27th.
Yeah.
Have your conference on the 20th, and get your final number and be like, all 83 demos are playable now.
Yeah.
Like play a little cut to a scene of like 5 people in chairs, like like
yeah,
going wild,
like Mark Cerny's thing with like the fake crowd.
Exactly, but everyone at home will be cheering, and you know it.
Absolutely.
I think either way is fine. Before, middle, or end is great. Like, you could do any of it, and you're gonna get away with it. But I definitely think they should have their conference in that week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I'd be very surprised if it's beforehand, because that's only like 2 weeks away, and they haven't said anything. So I would assume, around the 23rd. Like, everyone's, insiders are saying the 23rd. We'll see.
Maybe they just misheard and it really is the 21st.
Yeah, maybe they're idiots.
They're close. I mean, I can barely hear. Like, what's happening? I don't know.
What?
Let me try. What? Sorry, what were you talking about? Cortana? Or
Clippy. This is the Clippy cast.
Clippy, my mistake.
Controllers
I can't
and
hear.
Clippy.
Sorry, I can't hear. My mistake.
Well, on that note, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for chatting with me, Kat.
You're very welcome.
We shall see, how all these demos go. We'll talk before then anyway. But, Outriders,
Pleasantly surprised.
cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
I've been hurt too many times in the past.
My heart is bleeding. Please don't stab it anymore.
But yeah, thank you for joining me, and thanks everyone for listening or watching Controllers and Coffee episode 4. We'll be back next week. Make sure you subscribe to Direckt Gaming. Follow me on Twitter at Direckt Gaming, and follow Kat at CapCatty on Twitter.
Yay.
And at capcat.works on Instagram to see her lovely art. Toodaloo. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes.